It had been a long, exhausting match. The stadium was buzzing with excitement, the crowd cheering and the floodlights casting a golden glow across the perfectly manicured pitch. Messi had just finished his final game of the season, leaving the field with the poise and elegance that every professional footballer tries to maintain. But today, something, or rather, everything, was about to go hilariously wrong. As Messi walked off the pitch, flanked by Neymar and Ronaldo, who were playfully mimicking his every move, the crowd cheered, unaware that chaos was quietly assembling behind the scenes. Neymar, ever the prankster, decided to sneak up behind Messi, striking exaggerated poses and pretending to trip over imaginary obstacles. Ronaldo, not to be outdone, began spinning and leaning dramatically, as though he were auditioning for a football-themed comedy sketch. The two stars' antics were already causing Messi to suppress his laughter, even as he tried to maintain his dignity. Meanwhile, in the front row near the stadium exit, Shabnur and Purnima, two glamorous Bangladeshi actresses, were eagerly preparing for the perfect selfie. They had traveled to the stadium specifically to capture this iconic moment, a photo with Messi himself. Shabnur adjusted her hair, Purnima checked the lighting, and both women positioned their smartphones, trying to frame Messi, Neymar, and Ronaldo, all in a single glorious shot. They had envisioned a flawless photo, a memory that would live forever on Instagram and beyond. But as all great comedic moments go, reality had other plans. As Messi, still trying to navigate the exit pathway gracefully, took a confident step forward, what he didn't notice was a stray patch of damp grass near the sidelines, slick from the morning's drizzle and the occasional splash of celebratory water thrown by fans. As he planted his foot, the grass betrayed him spectacularly. His polished football boots slid forward like a professional-level cartoon, and suddenly, Messi was off balance. Neymar noticed first. He froze mid-spin, wide-eyed, and attempted to grab Messi's arm, but, of course, he misjudged the distance, resulting in an awkward stretch that looked like he was trying to perform a modern art sculpture. Ronaldo, on the other side, leaned forward dramatically to catch his teammate, but instead tripped over his own foot, launching himself into a comic tumble that made it look like he had been rehearsing slapstick for years. Shabnur and Purnima, cameras ready, gasped. Their perfectly framed selfie now included an unexpected bonus: Messi flailing, Neymar mid-stretch, and Ronaldo in mid-tumble. It was chaos captured in a single frame, a frozen moment that would be remembered forever. Messi, trying desperately to regain his footing, ended up in a rather ungraceful sequence. One foot slid forward, the other lagged behind, his arms flailing, his expression somewhere between horror and disbelief. He slipped entirely, legs splayed like a starfish, and landed softly, well, relatively softly, on the grass with a dramatic thump that echoed across the stadium exit. The crowd erupted in laughter. Fans who had been cheering moments before now doubled over, some clutching their stomachs as they watched the normally composed superstar struggle in the most human, comedic way imaginable. Even stadium staff, used to handling rowdy crowds and unexpected weather, paused to enjoy the moment. Shabnur and Purnima could not contain themselves. Purnima's hair was slightly wind-blown from the chaos. Shabnur's laughter made her smartphone wobble dangerously. Still, they managed to snap the perfect selfie. Messi flat on the ground, Neymar in mid-stretch, and Ronaldo in full tumble, and both actresses laughing like it was the best day of their lives. The frame was chaotic, ridiculous, and utterly perfect. Messi groaned from his prone position, but couldn't help cracking a smile. "I meant to do that," he muttered, brushing grass off his jersey, though it was obvious to everyone that no human had ever intended this much physical comedy. Neymar, finally regaining some balance, reached out a hand, helping Messi up, while Ronaldo performed a mock bow, acknowledging the absurdity of the situation as if he were receiving a standing ovation for comedic timing rather than athletic skill. The actresses cheered, the fans roared, and the entire stadium seemed to pulse with shared laughter. Messi's dignity may have been slightly bruised, but a sense of humor was fully intact. He stood up, brushed off the remaining grass, and looked at the cameras. "Okay, everyone, that's how you exit a stadium in style." Sort of. As the group finally began moving toward the locker rooms, Neymar whispered to Messi, "Next time, we let the actresses take the lead for the photo shoot." Ronaldo nodded solemnly, still pretending to stagger dramatically with each step. Messi laughed, shaking his head, realizing that even the world's greatest footballers sometimes end up in moments of pure, unplanned comedy. The incident quickly went viral. Fans around the world shared screenshots of Shabnur and Purnima's selfie, marveling at how perfectly it captured the chaos. Messi sprawled on the ground, Neymar in mid-stretch, and Ronaldo in full tumble, and two actresses laughing like it was the best day of their lives. Memes were made, hashtags trended, and commentators joked for weeks about the great stadium slip of Messi. By the end of the day, Messi had recovered physically and emotionally. He had played brilliantly, exited gracefully, mostly, and provided an unforgettable moment of human comedy. In the annals of football history, some moments are defined by skill, some by drama, and some by sheer, unexpected hilarity. Today, Messi had given the world all three. And as Neymar, Ronaldo, Shabnur, and Purnima posed for a final group photo, this time with Messi safely standing, everyone agreed on one thing. Football was never just about goals. It was about laughter, shared moments, and the unpredictable joy that makes life so wonderfully entertaining.